What are we doing here, man? So this is how I reset when I lose focus. I am a father of 3 kids. I work full-time and most of the time from home. So losing focus happens a whole heck of a lot for me. And I've learned the hard way that if I just try to power through it, then I get stressed out. My work is way messier. It's way less creative. And honestly, I lose more focus instead of gaining focus. So instead of pushing through when I'm losing focus, these are some of the things I do. The most important is reset. So I will take 1 full day offline. That doesn't mean I'm not digital. It doesn't mean that I'm not working. It just means that I'm offline from my big work and my big tasks. So what I'll do is I'll find simple things that kind of make me feel good and also help me get back into focus when I get back into work. So I take all kinds of notes. I have stuff, I have note cards everywhere. I got note cards and note cards and note cards, and then I write in I got a book there. I got some paper over here. I have all kinds of random things I write down all the time. I'll take a moment and I'll decide, okay, I'm going to organize all this stuff. And in doing that, I'm kind of decluttering my mind, decluttering my desk, of course, decluttering my notes, and getting everything more organized. And by doing that, when I get back into work, I'm a little more focused. Also, it helps me realize the stuff that doesn't matter, because I'll write notes of things months ago that will still sit on my desk somewhere, and then I'll come back to it and realize, you know what, I don't need to do that, or that's not as interesting to me anymore, or actually I did complete that. And if I kind of organize that stuff, it allows me to refocus there. Also, that day offline allows me to reset my priorities, to understand and remember what matters here. I'm a creative like all of you. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a small business owner. I'm a solopreneur. I'm a content creator. And of course, a father of 3 wonderful kids. And each of those things have so many priorities behind them. And taking that day offline lets me kind of zoom back and look at those priorities from a different perspective. Remember what matters, remember what's important, because sometimes when we get in that day-to-day grind, we sort of forget what matters and what's important in the stuff we're doing, in the work we're doing, and the life we have, and our hungry artist, creative capabilities, and excitement and engagement, and all those things. So it helps me refocus on what matters and those priorities that matter. So I love that process of sort of just letting go and resetting there. And also, I like to let go of things that don't matter. And sometimes it's hard when you're really pushing through and you're grinding to realize that it's okay if this doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. So I'll give an example with me. I like to schedule out my social media posts a week, 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks ahead of time. If I know my family and I are going to go on some kind of vacation, or we're going to take a big break together over a holiday, I don't want to be working during that time, so I'll have my newsletters already written and scheduled. I'll have my LinkedIn posts written and scheduled. I'll have Instagram and YouTube and TikTok and all those things already created and scheduled out. That's what I hope to achieve most of the time. Sometimes though, this last break I took with my family, we had like 3 weeks off. I only had 1 week worth of content scheduled out because I had so many other things I had to get taken care of before I went off on a break that was my least priority, even though it meant a lot to me and I really wanted to get it done. And to be honest, I stressed a bit about it, right? I wasn't really so happy that I didn't have it all accomplished. But when that break came and that week of scheduled posts came and went and scheduled and did its thing, and then there was nothing there for 2 days, I almost felt like empty. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I don't have stuff showing up online, which of course I know is goofy. But after that 2 week period, I was like, it doesn't matter. I don't care. It's not a big deal. It'd be different if I just quit all of my sort of outward social engagement and I stopped that. That would destroy my business. But a couple weeks, who cares? And that's important. It's important to remember what matters and what doesn't matter. And yeah, your work matters and what you do does matter and what you're creating matters. But also it's important to remember that even if it stops, even if it slows down, even if you take a break, that's okay. And that's one of the best ways to refocus, because the cool thing is when I got back from that break and I didn't have all this stuff scheduled, I came in with some new insights of things I wanted to talk about and achieve and accomplish with my social media content. And that probably wouldn't have happened if I just had scheduled posts all the way through and I got back and it's like, okay, now let's get back into more scheduling. I got to stay on top of this. I don't want to miss a day. But because I missed like 15 days, I came back and I gave myself another 7 days of figuring out what I wanted to do, reevaluating what did I want to talk about and share and create. And that was great because I missed that time. I didn't really care if I was going to miss another 7 days. So it may not be social media for you, it may be something else, but taking time away from it, sort of letting go of something, allows you to refocus. Because because you're taking it out of your perspective, right? You're not focused on it, you're not zoned in on it. So you're able to refocus on the things that matter by letting things go. Even if you come back to that same thing again, you may see it in a new focus, in a new light, or appreciate it just even more. Another thing that I really love to do when I realize I need to refocus is take a step back and read something new outside of my field. So, for example, for me, I'm a content creator, I'm a writer, writing a nonfiction book and a fiction book at the same time, and I still work in the film industry. So I have these 3 things that I study and work in a lot. So I always read a lot of material within those fields, right? But then I want to kind of open my mind up, which allows me to refocus and read something completely different. It could be a piece of history, it could be architecture, it could be something science related, finance related. It's just a whole different field. And the reason I like doing that is because it gives me a new perspective on things I'm working on anyway. It allows me to see something from a new focus. I also can learn something new in a different field that I can adapt to my own field. So stepping away and reading something outside of my everyday field gives me new energy, and that clarity and curiosity sort of wakes me up. And I think that one of the last things you can do to help you refocus, that all of us can do very simply even today, is find one small task that you know you can accomplish. So that matters because when you're in the grind of something and you feel like you're losing focus and you're struggling, if you just keep pushing through the big thing you're working on, it gets tough, it gets tiresome, and sometimes you don't see anything getting accomplished. But if you kind of take a step back and you say, okay, let me find something else I can put a little focus on. Let me find one small task I can do. You know what? There's an email I meant to send to someone a long time ago or weeks ago. I hadn't done that. There was a paragraph I wanted to finish writing in my book. There was a fun little sketch I was working on just for myself. I'm just going to finish that sketch, right? You find something small that you can accomplish and feel good about, and then that can help you refocus and get back into the big things you want to put your energy back into. We all lose focus. It's just part of being a creative and being a creator. We lose focus on our creativity. We lose focus on the business side. We lose focus on what matters. So it's normal to have those experiences and those feelings. Don't feel bad about it. Just find a way to reset. The things I went through in this video, those are things I do. There may be things that work better for you. Some of these may not work at all. Some of them may not even apply to you. But what matters is that you find ways to refocus, that you don't just try to power through it and then maybe feel more exhausted, more frustrated. And the last thing you want is to have this sort of negative feeling towards your art and your creativity. And that process makes me think of a saying I really like. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And how that relates to losing focus is the same thing. If you step away entirely, it's easier to get back into focus. Thank you so much for sticking through the whole video. If you enjoyed it, I would love for you to subscribe, share it to someone you think this could be useful for, and get out there and keep making amazing creative work.